This is E. Just checking in. We get higher highs all day long. We had a nice channel that started to build. Show an arrow showed you that on one of the charts. High odds target for me today was if we could get 52 to 54, be happy. 56 and a quarter, a favorite target of mine. Come back in and retest this breakdown. Anything goes once we've got a runaway day. And we had a two-way day, found support at that 32 zone, and then was off to the races ever since. Well, a nice little contra at lunchtime, and then took out the highs, so more highs available. 61.5 was T1 today, and we said we'd use that area for resistance. Make sure you're paid by that. And we had talked about our 60-minute chart. Note how that has been resistance. So I was looking at this as resistance today, that 61, 62.5 as a high odds resistance zone for anybody who wants to scalp short. End of the day, I would be using that. You can see this channel line that we had put on earlier, and you can see how the 60-minute chart, the pace has worked pretty well today. For once we hit at 32, 33 support zone, we bounced and kept the shorts captive. This is a favorite trick of the boys. Tee off at the ladies' tee and then just keep it running. Here's an RTH chart. This is a 15-minute chart. Note we're hitting the rain line up here. One of the reasons I like these moving averages is because I can see them in all different time frames from small to large. And there's a timing trade. Anybody that is shorting now, it's not because you're gung-ho to short, but because probably the longs, are smart ones anyways, are taking some profits from this two-day swing. And we're in the yellow box right now. Obviously, the next box on top, next resistance box, support box down here, that 32 to 34 support. And largely, RTH, we have traded inside this next big boy box right in here. And there's a smaller set of boxes, and if we're looking at this, obviously the first and most important resistance zone is the high of the day. Anytime you get a high for the day, then you're looking for the next resistance behind it. Throw a couple points behind it. Right now I'm thinking about this 55 to 54 zone. This was resistance earlier, so anybody that's shorting needs to get by that. For anything more, reminder, it's late day. This is position squaring for the day and for the week. Anybody that's taking a short, you make sure you never get beat on this trade. If you're up a couple points, you tighten up the stop and assume that there'll be a little backing and filling and a little bit of chewing of your trade. So you probably have to re-enter a couple of times once we have strong Momo day. You can see how these boxes have held pretty well. And this guess over here, when I'd said that 46, I thought would be a good buy zone because of a number of reasons. These traders are also coming out now. So you have traders from the long trade from yesterday, but you also have traders from these smaller legs who have come in here, there, and everywhere during the day. And they're also wanting to get paid by the end of the day. So that will cause a little bit of a bleed back, in my opinion, coming into the end of the day. No one knows where we're going to close. Certainly I don't. I never try to guess that. All I try to do is get something out of the day. High odds reversal we nailed right here into that 32 to 34. And then it's luck. When you take out the high, then obviously what you're looking for is there continuation trades, and where are you best apt to get out without having to spend too much drawdown and risk to make 2 or 3 more. And that happened several times today. This is probably the best buy point still for now until that 32, 31 area breaks. That's last year's low area. That's still going to be a key going forwards. And here's our base chart, the 5-minute RTH, and you can just see how this rhythm, we got caught when the green and red line pushing, got the goose, and came up into that 54. This very rare that you'll break the green, the red, and the blue line all in one move. So that's why this is a buy. And then the trick is, can we come out hot and take out the top or not? And today we were able to. It won't happen every day, but probably 60-70% of the time it will do that, especially on day 2 of a buy. Yesterday was obviously the buy day. Today is second day, morning after, trend day, because we closed fairly neutrally, but we'd hit off the lows. We'd have double bottomed off the year lows. So this is a nice strong bounce, but I figured today if we got into the 60s, 64 was my next big marker right there. So I figured we'd be lucky to get through the 50s. And as you can see, we just about got into it here. 61.5 T1. So anybody that's played short side, grabbed a couple of points. If you tried several times today short side, that was the hard way. The easy way today was get long side. That's never a known factor until hindsight, but the easy way was long side, obviously, rather than fighting shorts all day, fighting with a short all day long. So the trend trade today, after the ladies tee back here at 25, that pivot point area, realistically, the wind has been at the back of the longs all day long. Next week we should get a little bit more of a drawdown and coming back in and do some backing and filling. At least that's what I'm expecting. All right. Hope this helps. Hope you had yourself a great day. Have a wonderful weekend and catch you next time around.